Alright, so I'm back working on the wood kiln. And the plan for the siding for this building is that I'm just going to mill it all up on the sawmill. But I'm not just going to slap the wood up on the side of the blue skin. I'm going to put what's called a rain screen, and then put the siding attached to the rain screen. And a rain screen is just an air gap between the building and your siding materials. It allows the siding material to dry from both sides. There's lots of different ways to do a rain screen. I actually did it differently for the house, and I'll probably do it a little differently for the garage too. I'm going to mill up board and batten siding, so I'm going to create a horizontal rain screen that'll allow me to nail on the vertical siding. So to start off, I nail up a ledger made of pressure treated 2x4. And before nailing up the pressure treated 2x4, I actually nail on a vent or a vent strip, and it allows air in but not bugs. I'm attaching these ledger boards with 5-inch 20-penny stainless steel nails, so some pretty beefy nails. But I'm doing that because they have to go through the 1.5 inch of ledger board, the 1/2 inch of vent, through the blue skin, which is on top of 1/2 inch plywood, over 1 inch of foam, and then finally into the sill plate. So 5-inch nails get me about 1.5 inches into that sill plate. For the ledger board, I put one every 10 or 12 inches. And I'll use those same 20-penny stainless nails to fasten the rest of the horizontal 2x4 rain screen. Before the horizontal 2x4s get nailed on, I first nail up these vertical strips, and that'll allow the walls to breathe from bottom to top. In a lot of situations, this is all you would need for the siding. You wouldn't need the horizontal strips. The rain screen system I'm using is designed to give you a 3/8 inch gap between the siding and the house. But since I'm using 2x4s horizontally, the gap will actually be 1 7/8 inches, almost 2 inches of airspace. And you really only need a small airspace, but doing it this way allows me to replace the siding in the future without ever having to pierce the blue skin again. And normally up at the top of the wall you would have another vent strip that would seal off the top but allow the air to escape out of the top. But because of my kind of strange dual roof setup, I'm actually venting it up through the roof and then out the top along the top of the roof. So you can see these are all going to be the vents that let the air out. Then I'll lay my sheeting on and I will pull it, I won't slam it up against the studs. And then this will go over the top of the plywood. That way these bays can flow up, and I'm going to have it so that the air goes into this area to help dry out this roof since it's so north facing. First I would tack on the battens with 3-inch framing nails, and then I'd go back and add the 5-inch stainless steel nails. I would pre-drill a hole first through the batten, and that way the nail is kind of guided to where it needs to go, and then pound it the rest of the way in. As long as you're driving a nail through the blue skin, it has a fairly decent chance of self-gasketing or sealing. And I just about put a nail at every intersection between the boards and the black battens. So it should be pretty anchored to the building and won't have to worry about the siding falling off. On the long side of this building, I had the idea to extend my 2x4s with these metal strapping pieces. I didn't have 20-foot 2x4s, so this way I kind of extended the boards without having to scab them on. and it ended up working pretty well. Yeah, I got a good start on the rain screen. I kind of like this type of rain screen. It's pretty cool. All right, let's get started. You can see here, this is the vent, the bug screen, and it allows the air in behind this board. And these create the airspace behind everything. So the air can go anywhere it wants once it makes it up in here. The air comes in down there, goes all the way up. So the air comes up and goes through there and out the top and into the backhoe part of the building. And there's the little screen vent up on top. It's what keeps the bugs from coming in on the top. So eventually this will have a soffit vent. Boards will come here, and I'll probably just gap the boards just a little bit so that air can get up through the boards, through the screen, and in. And that's how that'll work. And then these boards, are sealing off the screen here. And in an upcoming video, I'll show you the board and batten siding you see. I'll show you how I mill it up on the new sawmill and then installing it.